All right, we're going to pivot real quick because we do have Mike Boynton Jr. on the line right now on the River Islands guest line, men's interim head basketball coach at the University of Michigan, obviously coached new Golden State Warrior, Yaxel Lendeborg. And Coach, good morning. Joe Spadoni alongside Joe Shasky here. And we've just been talking about Yaxel for the last 3 hours on this show. And a lot of Warriors fans were hoping he would fall to them at the 11th overall pick. Just tell us a little about Yaxel, who he is as a player, as a person, and have you had a chance to speak with him in the last 24 hours?
First of all, thanks, guys, for having me, Joe and Joe. It's an honor to be here representing Michigan. Yaxel, you guys are going to love him. What a great kid he is. And I say kid, everybody's been getting on him about his age. The truth of the matter is Yaxel has so much more growth in his game because he hasn't been playing basketball that long. So I think the Warriors are going to benefit from the fact that he didn't play a million AAU games growing up. He doesn't have a whole lot of wear and tear on his body and knees. He's a fairly healthy kid. He is a phenomenal basketball talent, though. 6'9", 235, multi-skilled, versatile defender. He's got a good shot from the three-point line. He's a tremendous passer with great size and vision. You're going to be able to see him used by Coach Kerr and that staff in a lot of ways as a primary playmaker, as a secondary scorer, as a primary scorer. He's going to be able to guard point guards as well as he chases guys off screens. He's big and strong and can defend in the post. And the two things I think you'll love the most is Yax's number one priority in basketball is winning. And the second one is he is a phenomenal teammate. I did get a chance to speak with him. I was at the draft last night. He actually gave me the honor of being able to sit at the table with him in the green room. We have a tremendous relationship. Spent a lot of time working with him over the last year and just stoked for him, for the franchise. Have the utmost respect for what you guys are doing, for Mike Dunleavy, for Coach Kerr, for several of the guys in your scouting department. They did a great job of being thorough and vetting everything that they're going to get with him, and you guys are going to enjoy having him out in the Bay.
I mean, he looks like an absolute dog, and I mean that in the best of terms. I mean, he looks tough as nails. I love the way that he's demonstrated leadership throughout the entire tournament. It looked like he rolled his ankle or whatever and was fighting back, and his ability to pass with Mara and then off the dribble, getting up in the air and finishing around the rim, but also kicking it out to open shooters. I love his half-court decision-making, Coach, and it just feels like he's got a real good court vision of where to go, when to go with, and speed and slow down. Am I wrong on that?
No. I mean, I'll tell you, some people are stat people. If you just go back and look, the stat that'll jump out the most to you, in my mind, is look at Yaxel's assist-to-turnover ratio on the year as one of our big playmakers and high-usage guys. He only had 40 turnovers the whole season. Which is insane for the amount of ass we gave him on playmaking. A sensational mind for passing. He's a willing and wanting passer. He's going to really, really enjoy, being a setup man for guys like Steph and Moses Moody and whoever else you have. But yeah, he's got dog in him. He's a competitor. There's going to be a little bit of a rivalry. I'll tell you that. He doesn't love Michigan State. I'm sure that's not going to make one of your better players happy. But I think it'll become a really good competitive rivalry where they'll help each other get better.
Coach, in this new landscape, everyone's, oh my God, he's 24 or going to be 24 years old. And
it's an old man, Joe.
Give me the backstory on this guy from your perspective. No, because the whole college sports landscape has changed so dramatically. And, I mean, you look at the NFL, 2 and 3 school minimum for all these top quarterbacks that are coming out. They're transferring all over the place. He was at UAB and then transferred to Michigan. So, maybe give us some insights that the normal Wikipedia page wouldn't provide.
I would say this, and I told scouts this throughout the process, if you look at just all the young guys, and this was a great, historically great talented draft from a youth standpoint. I think 9 of the top 10 picks were freshmen. I think the only non-freshman picked in the top 10 happened to be Yax's teammate, who the Mavs got with Coach May. But Yax and Adai being right behind those guys, the age thing is a little bit overspoken about, just because he's a young basketball player in the sense that, again, he didn't grow up playing 1,000 games. He wasn't, playing on the concrete in New Jersey all his life and falling on the floor. And he doesn't have a bunch of injury history. He is willing to play through things as well. So he wasn't this guy that was just kind of catered to and coddled as a young guy. He has a hunger and thirst to get better. Yes, he'll be 24 in September. But trust me, he's got a lot of really, really good basketball years ahead of him. And like I said, the thing that are most important is he wants to win. I know you guys are in position to be a winning franchise right now. And I'm not sure you could have picked a better guy to plug and play and help your team where it is right now be really successful.
I'm so fired up.
Coach, yeah, you're making a lot of Warriors fans listening right now very, very happy with what you're saying. Joining us now on the River Islands guest line, current men's interim head basketball coach at the University of Michigan, Mike Boynton Jr., obviously coached Yaxel the last couple of years. You also were the head coach at Oklahoma State and coached one Cade Cunningham, who ended up being the number one overall pick once upon a time. I'm looking at Yaxel right now, and just first and foremost, the person I think matters, right? And who you're getting as a person. And, ESPN did a great job just going through his background.
Yeah, the vignette was awesome.
His relationship with his mom, all of that. You just saw the emotion and the tears in this guy's eyes. Like, who is the person that Yaxel Lendeborg is, and who is the person that Warriors fans are going to come to know these next handful and hopefully, decade plus?
Yeah, it's a phenomenal story because him and his mom are so close, and I'm sure it's been well documented. His mom's been battling cancer here recently, which has motivated him even more to make sure he's as successful as he can while she can, have her health and continue to watch him. And the thing about Yax, when he walks into your locker room, he's going to command the respect of everybody because it's never going to be about him. It's going to be about the team always. He's going to do whatever it takes. He's going to guard whoever he has to. He's going to be willing to play through injury. He's going to be willing to, play back-to-backs. He's not going to be one of these guys that wants to sit out. He just wants to win. It's always been the main driver of his life. And the thing that he's driven by most is having respect of his teammates. Like, he's going to want Draymond and Steph to respect that he's going to bring his hard hat, lunch pail, and do the dirty things and earn his way into becoming what I think will become a star in the league. You guys got your gym. Again, don't overthink the 23-year-old thing. He's a really, really good basketball player who's ready to help the Warriors, contend for a playoff spot and make a run in the playoffs next year.
Coach, I'm looking at Michigan as a whole, just kind of the program the last few years. You guys have pumped out a ton of NBA-ready talent. I mean, it's truly remarkable. What is it that you guys are doing that is getting these guys so prepared to play in the NBA right away?
Well, it's a collaborative effort. We've had a really good staff. Obviously, Dusty May, our coach, just went to Dallas. And for good reason. He's earned that opportunity, and he'll do great there. But we had a collective group of people who were willing to, make sure we put our players first. And the development program that we had with those guys, starting with our strength conditioning coach down to every assistant. We had an individual plan for every player on how they needed to improve. And then you got to give credit to the players for putting in that work. They all come in with a hunger and thirst. If you even, not to talk about the other guys, because I know this about the Warriors, but if you look at where Morez Johnson and Adai Mara were a year ago today, and where they are now, it also speaks to that development piece. No different than when Danny Wolf, who transferred from Yale and now plays for the Brooklyn Nets, showed up in Ann Arbor 2 years ago. So there's a proof of concept there on how we do things and our willingness to put a good plan together for these guys. But it's even more credit to them for being committed to that plan and playing unselfish basketball and basketball that results in winning and putting them in position to achieve their dreams.
All right, last one, just a fun one on the way out the door. He had referenced that he was like playing video games and all of that. Is he going to be in on like the Grand Theft Auto 6 that's coming out? Because I was playing Grand Theft Auto 5 yesterday.
Oh my God.
In between playing Madden. I know I'm 43 years old, but I'm still playing video games. I actually love that he admitted he plays video games.
He does play some GTA, but he is a big 2K guy.
Oh,
he's a big 2K guy. He knows everything you need to know. In fact, you should ask him about his interview if you get a chance to with Coach Kerr, because if I have this correct, I think he was asked, hey, you have this great acumen for passing. Where did you learn it from? and he referenced that he played 2K enough that he knew where passing angles were on the goal.
I feel him on that. I learned cover 2.
I don't know how Kerr felt about that.
Hey, this is how I learned cover 2, cover 3. I was all from Madden. I get it. It's funny. I coach youth baseball, and I tell the kids, if you want to learn cutoffs, play MLB The Show. Like, it'll teach you where to throw the ball. And I know, moms out there are like punching the air.
You're going to get along with Yax just well.
Let's go.
The very first question.
Let's go.
About where he learned how to pass the ball from, and you guys can take it from there.
Hey, Coach, we're rooting for you, man.
No, absolutely.
For real, man.
Real quick, though, talking about his 2K rating, I don't know if he's going to be very happy about his shooting, potentially, when it heads into the league. Is that an area? If there was one area of improvement for his game, how do you see his shooting translating overall into the big league level?
Shooting is good. Okay. Here's what I'll say. Yax just needs reps. And the more reps he gets, and he'll get a lot of reps with this team he's on. The style of play is perfect for him. The thing about it, he needs to shoot more shots off the dribble. In college, the spacing was different. Teams would go under ball screens, and he would pass up on those shots, and it wasn't as comfortable shooting off the bounce with teams that went under ball screens. And so I think that's one little nuance that he can work on this summer as he plays in Summer League to give himself more confidence going into the season. I look forward to having been to a game of Oracle. I'll be
come on out.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
I was going to say to you, and check out Reardon High School. There might be some recruits there for you. I'm dead serious on this.
All right.
Yeah, it's my alma mater. But his form looks good. Like Yaxel's form, like I actually really like his form.
Yeah, he's got a clean, tight shot. He's good. He's got good posture. Sometimes he gets a little bit off balance because he's so tall. He doesn't, use his legs as much. And sometimes when he's fatigued, he just kind of isn't as intentional about that. But when he's in a good rhythm, if you go watch some of the games, shooting off the catch was a marked improvement from his last year at UAB to this past season at Michigan.
Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And no better person to learn from than the greatest 3-point shooter in the history of the sport, right? Steph Curry is going to be working closely with him.
And he's playing for a coach who shot it pretty well, too.
Oh, decent little player in Steve Kerr, right? Hey, Coach, thanks so much this morning, man. Thank you so much for your time.